What up, people? It's your boy, Master Trudy, out here with another comic review. So we got Red Hood Outlaws, number 17 of the Webtoon. And it looks like we are wrapping up this current Medusa arc, but let's get into it as we see in the desert. And we can very much see that this is before the whole thing happened. Medusa's telling her sister Yuri that, yeah, it's very simple. You're going to cast a spell in the sphere that will make them see just enough of the truth, but not the whole thing. And she's like, she's saying it feels wrong. And Medusa's like, I've lived my entire life being wrong. And so you're just like, so the whole world's got to suffer? And she's like, oh, not the whole world, just enough. It's like, just enough, basically. Enough for them to understand what they've done to me. And, say, do you know what it's like in hell? Every poisonous thought you've ever had pounding in your brain constantly. And then, you're just like, why do you want your legacy to be misery? It's like, because it'll be mine. And I've always liked how I really like how Medusa's been drawn these last couple of issues right now. It's been very good. Really like her as a villain, definitely. On my terms, my story, my hell. So we see that the outlaws are basically already in hell. Everything's rumbling, thunder's cracking, and we see this gateway to hell, basically. And then artist is like, you got anything smart to say? He's like, per Outlaws, bylaw, 556, 7A, this is 100%, 110% your territory. Call me when there's a robbery. And you just see, you're like, are you happy? And you just see another fantastic picture of Medusa. It's like, no, happiness doesn't matter. And so the gates open. And then artist is like, sorry, I'm sorry. And you just see Jason's like, what? I kind of assumed, she's giving him this look. It's like, I kind of assumed you already been to hell. Easy mistake to make. And he's like, but that's still real though. Come on, I was murdered. I was a child. I could not have possibly gone to hell. But that's neither here nor there. And so Bizarro's like, yes, we go to hell today. Not that. Pretty much, no, we won't go to hell today. And Bizarro's like, yeah, that's what we're talking. So gates open, boom. And, everybody's getting ready to arm themselves. Artemis pulls out the sword, Jason cocks up the guns, and Bizarro's cracking his knuckles, getting ready for combat, getting ready for battle. And then we see this hand come out. We see this thing laughing. And we see this guy, this metal looking Reaper snake thing. I don't know, but it's out. And that's when the thing opens. And, clearly Jason's not impressed. Yuri's not impressed. And Medusa's like, getting hyped. Just wait for it. Just wait. And the thing starts shrieking, sends out this negative energy. The outlaws begin to brace themselves. And I think he begins to cock up his gun. My man Jason right here. I mean, he's looking very swole. Like, damn, he's swole. And Artemis is getting ready. She got the shield and the sword, but of course Artemis falls. Bam. And Jason's like, well, Artemis, what's happening? And then you just see the negative thoughts are affecting her head. She's feeling all the negative thoughts, and she sees and she knows. And all of the doubts that she's ever had. This is another great drawing by Nico. She's like saying, I'm not good enough. And the thing is like feeding more into her doubt. I'll never be a great Amazon. I'll never be good enough for you too. I don't deserve to live forever. I'm a fake and a traitor, which is something that she's always been battered on her as a character. Like that she's a traitor to the Amazons. As of recent, even though I don't believe that storyline is good, but she's always been seen as a fake Wonder Woman, which has always been the case. And she's like, oh, and Jason's like, why would you? And then he drops his guns. And of course, the negative thoughts of his character's history begin creeping. Sees the floor start breaking up, the ground begins to open up, and he's falling into this sea of despair and doubt that we see, fake, lost cause, disappointment, as in he was a fake Robin. He was a lost cause because of his violence. He disappointed the Batman. He wasted his second chance, as some people will say, by becoming a murderer. And some people say because of that, he deserved to die. And that's all leading to failure, which is great. I really like Nico doing this. This is like, as each point hits him, he begins to despair further into the pit. And, Jason's also like Artemis saying, I'm a fake. I'm a bad detective. I'm a bad Robin. I'm a worse friend. And I'll never be what Batman trained me to be. I can always go on to why I think Jason is the proper and right choice to be the successor for Batman because I feel that, you know, just the history of the character and where he is now really believes that I think he should be the next Batman, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, Jason's now on the ground. And we see the snake thrashing about, it's a combination and amalgamation of all the people that Medusa took over. And Medusa decides to say, it's okay, you can rest. And so I believe she sets them free, which she does, and all the people are there, but they're also wallowing in their despair as well. Poor kid, right there. And Bizarro's looking at both of his pals. His friends are down in despair. Weapons are down. Mask down. And Medusa's just laughing, and Yuri's like giving her this look like, oh, come on, really? Really? This is too cruel. And Medusa's like, weak. You are the fools masquerading as the Earth's protectors. Pathetic. And we just see this metal looking thing like this. Bizarro staring him down. Then she's like, finish the job. And so my guy goes in and pulls out this scythe. And Bizarro's like, nah, we're not having this today. Again, gets prepared. He's like, get away from hell, but go to hell, as we all know. And Medusa's like, what? What is this? What is this? What is this sorcery? Bizarro does the stomp. Bam. He jumps up in and he just blows fire and ice. He blows fire and just, basically roasts my man. He's incinerated. Bam. No more. And you just see Medusa's like, how? How did you do this? And Bizarro, looking like a total boss, looking like a G, he simply tells her that, hey, I'm always sad. And now I'm very angry because you messed with my buds. You messed with my people. And then Medusa takes off her shades and she's like, all right, I'll do this myself. But of course, Yuri goes in, happens to grab a shield, and just like with Perseus, she gets the old stare in your reflection trick done to her again. And she's like, yep, not again. And she begins turning into stone. She begins shedding tears at her sister, saying, why? And you just see Yuri also crying, saying, the world has enough pain already. And she gets on her knees, and we see that Medusa is stone. And the guy says, don't I know it? And we just see Bizarro's the only one standing amongst the despair. And that's it, to be continued. We got Red Hood Outlaws. Patrick R. Young, the writer, of course, doing a great job. Nico Bascunan, artiste, doing his thing. Line art, Samuel Alarcon. Javier Rodriguez Varajes on the flats. Camille Cruz also on the flats. The renders by Lorenzo Di Santo. Backgrounds by Sebastian Ficini. None more backgrounds by Mario Rodriguez. Letters by Kyle Hunsinger, and of course, thumbnails Rachel Koo. Interesting, new name. Huh. And of course, that's it. Red Hood the Outlaws, Webtoon. Where do I want to stop this? What picture do I like? What do I like? I think I'll stop it here. Yeah. Bizarro standing tall, looking like our boss. So I like this. I like this episode quite a lot. Very good action, and it looks like we've had the ultimate showdown end. Definitely Bizarro came in the clutch. We got to go over, constant character flaws that do hit Artemis and Jason as them being, unlike Bizarro, they actually suffered for their mistakes of not living up to their mentors' ideal versions of themselves. I thought that was very good. Medusa was a great villain, of course. Um, I thought it was good. I will say one could argue that this was resolved a little bit too quickly. Would have liked to see a little bit more action. Medusa, loved her as a villain. I wonder what Patrick R. Young's, reasoning was for just kind of capping her appearance short. And, I thought that maybe she was defeated in a pretty anticlimactic way by Yuri, but hopefully we get an explanation in Number 18. Well, all in all, I enjoyed it. I liked it. It was pretty good. It was very entertaining. And, I hope that we get to see more of. Maybe this isn't the end of Medusa. Maybe it isn't. Perhaps Patrick R. Young got something in the bag right now to say, hey, my guy, just calm down. She will be back. I have plans, but we'll see. So, back again. I'm going to stop it here. Going to give this an 8 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. So, thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notifications to make sure you're notified. And comment down below to tell me what you thought of this particular chapter. Once again, I do these reviews for you, the people, because I want to discuss good comics like this and get your views on them. Thank y'all for watching, and I hope to have more videos up soon when I can. Peace.